Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining everybody for a top shelf kind of a night. Or maybe I was really mean and only put bottom shelf whiskeys in tonight's flight. But what we got backstage are Mike and Dustin from Top Shelf Whiskey. So be sure to check out their channel if you aren't familiar already. They are always doing mostly just some crazy scotches. That's pretty typically where I learn a lot of my scotch knowledge, is either from Mike or Dustin. But the format for tonight's flight is also going to be, can they work together to figure out the type and the countries of the different samples that we have today? So thank you for joining, whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. All right. Well, there are 5 samples in today's flight, so we better get started here so we have enough time to explore them thoroughly. So first, let's bring in Kelsey. Kelsey, how nice or mean do you think I was today?
Everybody thinks that Jeff is like this super nice person, which he is. But underneath that is like this deviant, like mean person that nobody really knows because they haven't experienced how Jeff can screw up some of your favorite whiskey because of the stuff he puts in between it. So I think he's probably going to be pretty nice because I know how much he likes Mike and Dustin. Now, if it was just me and Darrell, that would be another story. But since Mike and Dustin are here, I'm sure that he did some things. Hopefully he didn't put any peat in here so that I don't die without knowing.
No peat for you and Darrell. We talked about that with Darrell a little bit backstage already. No peat. You're good.
But no, it's going to be fun. I got to hang out with Dustin a while back whenever we first met in Cincinnati. Just getting to meet Mike. So should be a lot of fun to hang out. Anybody that's a friend of Jeff is going to be a friend of mine, I'm sure. So let's get into this and get everybody in
Dustin's
here.
Sat with me at this very table here. All right. So let's bring in Darrell. Darrell, you're already nervous about all the colors that's going on here. What are you seeing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? The first 3 progressively got darker, then they got progressively lighter again. So I'm not sure what's going on. But
who would arrange a flight by color?
The middle one's like super dark compared to the other.
Who would have put scotch in the middle of bourbon? I mean, come on.
Yeah, Elijah Craig barrel proof right in the middle.
It's really going to blow your mind when you realize these are all blends, and it's all my Frankenstein blends for Jason's.
Probably.
It's every type.
He's going to take one bottle that we all love and blend it in with other things, and then totally mess us all up.
Maybe. So now Dustin and Mike are getting a little sample of what they're in for here. But as I said on the top, this is going to be a team game. So Dustin and Mike are working together with Kelsey and Darrell to try to decode whatever the heck I put on here. Before we do bring them on, we will be doing super chats here tonight. For myself, I will be giving away, just like I did last week, another bottle of the Silver Springs. If you saw a recent review on it, I'm just trying to spread this around as much as I can while I got the opportunity for it. But great little sleeper bottle there for $35. Love to get this in somebody's hands.
And coming up, we will actually have one of the people that is associated with that particular bottle on the channel coming up because all 3 of us, I think, have really been pretty much blown away by that bottle. I mean,
yeah. I put a big dent yesterday.
It's crazy just talking to him. I know there's not an age statement on the bottle, but he did say that's an 8-year-old rye.
That makes way more sense. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It is an 8-year-old rye for $35. And it's freaking
cast strength.
Strength. And so it's going to be fun to have him on and talk more about that later on. But you guys are really going to get in on this because I'm telling you, Brandon is the one who turned us on to this. And he was touting this thing. And then Jeff finally was the brave one and reached out and got some. So you guys are going to love this. So super chats for me tonight is going to be some of my favorite cigar whiskey. So I'm going to do 2 of my Magnuses. One of them is a super early batch. I think like 30, 35, something like that. So I'll do 2 of those and then 2 of my other favorite cigar pairing whiskeys that I think are universal as well. So that'll be my Darrell, what you got, buddy?
Got to get rid of some excess. I was just talking about it backstage. So got a bottle of Wild Turkey 70th. So we're going to give this one out. I got to make
your chats for that.
2 bottles up today. Look at this. This is great. Love it. Well, with that, let's bring on our guests here. Now, I'm going to bring in both of them together. This is my first meeting with Mike finally, but Dustin and I have actually been interacting with each other as early as like 2018, whether Dustin's always putting 2 and 2 together. But Dustin and I used to, I don't know if Dustin still does it, but we used to be on this app called Distiller and essentially leaving all of our tasting notes and all of our whiskey reviews and then commenting on each other's reviews. And then eventually I ran into Dustin in person at one of our local stores. He was wearing a mask and everything, but he had the UK hat on. I was like, "Are you Dustin?" Because I just recognized the voice. But man, it's been a long history, Dustin, and here we are, finally going live together. All right, let's bring on Dustin and Mike from Top Shelf Whiskey.
Cheers, buddy.
All right.
You know, I thought I knew you from Distiller. I hadn't actually put that together yet.
I'll have to see what my username was. But yeah, you were D Silv and I was maybe Blimpsco 90 or something.
Yeah, something like that. But your logo is, yeah, I recognize it now that you said that.
I remember D2 Silv criticizing the Party Source tasting notes. Dustin was always good at the written ones too, man. He used to do a lot of written up reviews back in the day before we did these. And I tell you what, they were pretty on point.
Had a little more time. I didn't get more time, man. It's tough doing it on the fly with the camera.
That's when you know you've tasted a lot of whiskey and a lot of different things when you can do things on the fly like that. People ask me all the time, like, how much do you edit? And I'm like, not a lot, to be honest with you, because when you've tasted as much whiskey as some of us have tasted, especially Darrell and Jeff, they do a lot of blinds. And it gets to the point where you can actually pinpoint distillery profiles, and even within years, like Jeff has pinpointed MGP to the point where he can narrowed it down within a 5-year age range of this was 2012 to 2015. This is the profile.
The eras.
Yeah, he's got some of these down. It's scary, to be honest with you. But it's a lot of fun, and that's what makes it fun too. Is getting together and learning from each other, because we all taste different and we all call stuff different, and it just expands our knowledge, and that's the fun part about blinds and hanging out and drinking with people you haven't drank with before. So
there's nothing more fun than getting a new bottle of whiskey and sitting down with a couple of guys who know whiskey, like Dustin, like I don't know if you guys know the Malted Man Cave Keith, but he's not too far away either. And I have a couple other buddies here. Man, there's nothing better than sitting down, checking out a new bottle of whiskey and figuring out, what are the nuances of it. Hell, Dustin, we get a new bottle sometimes, even though one isn't there, we'll call each other just open it up to tell each other what we think of the bottle crack.
Mike and I spend way too many hours on the phone talking while somebody's opening a bottle of whiskey.
Absolutely. What does smell and taste like, man?
All right, it's like, hey, you got a few minutes, and it's like, yeah, I've got 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean,
we're already talking score. Like, you thinking 86, 87? Like, what kind of space side sherry whiskey we talking? We're talking Glenfarclas Family Cask, and when you have a bunch of whiskeys to like refer back to, like the library of them, man, it's so much fun to compare it to other things and see where one was better and toss them back and forth. And I love blinds. I don't do enough of them, but I love me some blinds. I'm interested to take the test today.
Especially a double blind like this. That's always, you don't even know what I've got.
Yeah, especially for them, right? Like we got an idea, but I don't know what's in here. I haven't even knows anything yet anyway, but it should be fun.
Funny thing is, Mike, like I'm the same way with Dustin too. So we always have this text thread, usually including Blake, who doesn't know what we're talking about half the time.
Sure.
And we'll go off on tasting note tangents for like 45 minutes and just load his phone up with 100 messages.
And then we'll get just like one response back from Blake, and he's like, "You guys are way too nerdy."
Yeah.
I thought it was smooth.
Yeah.
We spent like 10 minutes discussing what type of vanilla flavor it was.
Oh yeah, man, there's all kinds.
That's a
There's
huge
fresh
deal. It's
vanilla.
like you
There's
can't
like
just be the
vanilla bean
basic
ice
bitch
cream.
calling it all vanilla. You gotta be like, no, this is more creme brulee.
The real question is, do you start with clean vanillas or dirty vanillas, man? Because dirty vanillas are all the rage sometimes with other whiskeys. You get some bourbon cask maceration, some dirty vanilla. You ever had a 15-year-old single barrel, the old Balvenie ex-bourbon 15-year-olds? That gave you all kinds of like fruit if you let it open it up. And man,
I have a sample of that for you at some point, Jeff, by the way. I don't know where it is, but I have an unlabeled sample, and I'm 85% sure that's what it is.
That's what it is.
I think I poured that.
I poured it forever ago for you, and I've been meaning to give it to you. At this point, I'm not sure that it's still what I think it is because I could have mixed it up.
That was such a great whiskey. That was a whiskey staple. It was, $90 or $88 here in Columbus with tax, and that thing was just such a consistent product.
Well, why don't you guys get to know sample A? Kelsey, I can take over here, say hi to some people as we kind of multitask through this one. But I'll start clicking on some names, saying hi to people. But yeah, get into this one, and we'll go from there.
Awfully sweet, Dustin. Is this where me and Dustin start talking? No.
Let me talk with some names here real quick,
All
and
right,
then we'll get into the group part of it.
Yep.
So JG, welcome, buddy. We got Ricardo in here. Cheers. Whiskey BS as well. Whiskey BS appreciated the look on my face after I tried that Elijah Craig blind flight. He was like, you weren't feeling any pain after that. It took me like an hour and a half to do that. Got JG and again calling me a gremlin thanks to Kelsey. Got Copperwolf in here. Cheers. Vic. Sweet Cindy. Welcome. Roger's in here too. We got Sugar Kitty as well, always calling me whack. Wayne and Hooper. Joe the sample guy, welcome in. Oh, JG's kicking things off. Cheers, JG. Thank you very much. Getting this thing started. Richie Z, always on the spot, so be sure to check out Top Shelf Whiskey. Give them a subscribe if you're not already there. Tim Cornet and Eric, welcome in. And then, we got Emily in here too. Cheers. Hey, and Andrew's in here. All right. Almost caught up here, but welcome everybody, and thank you for hanging out. Oh, yeah, there's Cheech. Crazy to see Mike. It's been some time. It's cool to see Dustin too.
Good to see you too, Cheech.
Dustin's always the bridemaid. Oh, that's right.
This one's interesting.
Cheers to Henry, John, Tom. Oh, man. Great people in here tonight. 44 people in thus far. Oh, and Mark B is going in. Cheers, Mark B. And again, congratulations on all of your progress, buddy. This is awesome. All right. Trey is in too. All right. We are caught up. And if you're in here, please hit that like.
Man, this is an interesting first pour.
What'd you say about it, Kelsey?
I said it's an interesting first pour. It's very, very low proof to me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. The nose, I would have thought like bourbon, but when I tasted it, like I don't know what the heck it really is.
I agree with you. Like I was thinking, like they were talking about creme brulee earlier, and I think that stuck in my head because that's what I got the first note on the nose. But then,
all right, Dustin.
Once I tasted it,
is this Macallan 12, Mike?
I see. At first, I was like thinking something light cherry, something space side. It definitely has no peat in it whatsoever. At first, I was thinking bourbon too. Then when I swallow it, I'm thinking slightly young single malt Scotch because it's slight. There's a little bit of that rough edge around it, I would guess. But I agree. I think it's low ABV, 43, 46 would be my guess. Mm-hmm. Average age, probably a Scotch. Probably.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble. I level set earlier with an 18-year-old Scotch just to kind of get going. And everything's kind of a little tinny and bitey for me right now for some reason.
I level set with a 49-year-old Scotch, and everything just doesn't taste anywhere close to it.
I was trying to go with something kind of 46% and lightly sherry because I thought that's a good. I had a feeling Jeff was going to do some sherry stuff. And for some reason, I don't have any 12 or 15-year-old sherry whiskeys.
So Dustin, you know what reminds me of, and this could be like some type of. I mean, it doesn't smell sweet enough to be a bourbon to me. It's like the malt's too kind of aggressive for me not to think that it's a single malt of some Speyside. But you remember when we went to Chicago and we had all those Glengoynes like in a row? It feels like
it definitely could be a Glengoyne 12 or 10.
Or just that sort of going down that sort of road, or it could be completely wrong. But again,
there's no it could be Glendronach 12. It could be the new Glendronach.
I haven't had a scotch that's this freaking viscous in a while. I mean, I don't know if you guys are looking at the glass right now.
Yeah,
that thing is oily.
It's not that. It's a certain taste that you know. Okay, just so you know, we love cask strength whiskey, and what we consider low ABV is like 40. Anything below 47ish. Like so, even 46 is like minimum okay for us. Like we always thought 43 was overdoing it. So when I say low ABV, 43, 46, that is. But I don't think this is 46. I think it's like 43%. I think it's 43%.
To Kelsey's point, though, Mike, I mean, it's got pretty good legs, and they run quick, but not fast.
Yeah,
so, I mean, Kelsey got a good point there.
Do you guys get like on the finish? I don't know if it's from the previous whiskey. I was drinking Jack 10, which is 97 proof, I think. But there's a tintiness, like almost a metallicness at the end of the finish on this thing.
But that's why I initially went to Macallan in my head, because Macallan's kind of got a tinny malt. The Glengoyne can do it too. But I think we're looking at like.
What do you think that's coming off that?
Coming off of the Speyside single malt.
Yeah, it's possible. You know, there was. I mean, I always got kind of a metallic note in Ardbegs. You know, sometimes kind of when they opened up too. So it can be a note of youth. It can be kind of a note of like that distillery. That just is something. Like
I mean, it could be an Aberlour as well, but I would lean towards the Glengoyne or the Macallan.
Darrell, what are you thinking finish-wise? Do you agree with the sherry part of it?
I'm thinking all of those.
Red wine. I'm just not sold. It's Scotch.
I'm not either, to be completely honest with you, man. This is my best guess. I'm not sold at Scotch.
Yeah, like it. This is different. Like I don't think I've ever had this. I try to remember certain notes on whiskey, like give or take even one note on like everything that I've tasted, and this doesn't taste familiar. So I would be surprised if I actually had this before.
There is something extremely familiar about the nose and the sweetness here.
Yes, it's definitely not.
Familiar.
It's not an American single malt. The malt on this is too refined. It's too delicate, in my opinion, to be an American single malt. The maltiness comes off way different on this. It's almost, you know what it kind of reminds me of, except the proof wise, is the Chattanooga Founders. Darrell, do you remember that one?
I do, but I remember having that during Bourbon on the Banks, but I don't remember getting this vibe. Like this is
the Chattanooga. I remember being a lot more viscous and rich, though. This is better than that.
Dustin, you think this is chill filtered?
Potentially, yes. But again, I'm getting my mouth's a little off on like the burns coming in. Like I'm a little sensitive right now, so but that's where I'm struggling a little bit. But like I wouldn't think this is Indian. Kelsey mentioned metallic, but I don't think it's pot still notes like you get in an Irish.
You know, when he said that, I was like, "Is this an Irish whiskey? We're just not." I mean, because we've been surprised before. Like you take that Redbreast PX, man, it would confuse me blind.
The Redbreast PX, I would know if that was it. Like I love that.
I was going to say Darrell should. I'm counting on him on Irish.
If you were someone who regularly drank Redbreast and then had that, like that's a big PX punch. Like from what their normal offering would be. Like I was surprised when I had that. You know what I mean? I've had the 27 Ruby Port. I've had the 21. I've had a lot of them. The 12 cask strengths, but that was off profile for them in a great way. But yeah, if you've had it a few times, you know that whiskey.
On the nose, I'm 100% sure it's Scotch. On the palate, I'm a little less confident.
Jeff, what did you do on B? Good.
Wait, don't get into B yet. Don't get into B yet. I need the answers on.
Trying to see what the difference is.
Okay.
This is
Dustin.
Give me the answers on A before we get into B.
Dustin, my best guess is unpeated Speyside, 12, 15 years old, sherry cask, double oak, something like that. Some sherry cask maturation for sure.
Yeah, it could be sherry bourbon, but yeah.
Type in what?
Type in country.
Type in country. Okay. I'll go with you, Dustin. You're pretty sure you said on the nose.
UK and Scotch, so that's what I'm pretty confident in that one.
So Scotland.
All right.
If he's got something here, it's like he bought some French thing or something where I've just never had it before.
Yeah, if I've never had it, I'm going to go to what I've had. I've had over 1,000.
There are a few sherried French whiskeys that I'm told are quite competitive in this regard.
Yeah,
all right. Travis is in, and he said no Scotch. Travis, you'll be fine with sample A. Don't you worry, buddy. Moving on here. Let's try B, everybody.
Did you crush up peanut shells and just put this into whiskey? Jesus Christ, that's just peanut.
That
is to know it a bit more.
It could be some type of American whiskey or bourbon.
I'm not getting peanut. That's not what I'm getting here.
I mean, I agree, Dustin. There's not much there.
Holy cow!
It's like the shell of the peanut for me.
Yeah, that is like peanut shell all to the nth degree on that.
I can see shell, but
Trey is in.
Yeah,
kind of butterscotchy.
Like if you went to Roadhouse or whatever that used to throw the peanut shells on the ground.
Yeah,
that's
what
this smells like.
Worked there for 4 years.
Wow, what's it taste like though?
That's disgusting. I don't know if I can drink this, Jeff.
Oh, that's not bad. Ooh, that reminds me of. Oh, I think you gave this to me, Jeff, or we tasted something similar to this. What does that remind me of? This reminds me of like the. This is American. Oh shit! I think it's.
Does malted rye count as a malt or a rye?
A rye.
A rye.
100% malted rye.
Yeah, it would still be a rye.
Dustin, you know I get right.
Process. The malting is the process, not the grain.
Fair enough. I think this is 100% malted rye, American.
Now you're going rye? Maybe.
All right. Mike, get in there, man. If you think something different, what do you got?
I mean, at first I thought maybe like the smell of it was bourbon, so I couldn't place the Scotch. It could be a very, very indistinct Speyside 12-year-old, lightly, sure it's sherried, but what does that mean? Maybe it's refill. It's a common thing. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if you said it was some type of American whiskey.
No,
MGP.
it is definitely not New Riff malted. Holy fuck no.
No. I'm thinking like old Potrero whiskey. You've had that, the 100% malted from Old Potrero. It's reminding me of something like that, which is an American. I mean, this also could be something out of like what's that distillery up in Iowa?
God bless. This is awful. Oh, this is disgusting.
This is definitely not my jam, but I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I love this one.
Broad strokes, I'm fairly confident in saying it's a nice sipper. It's got some. It looks like some type of sherry, some type of sweet cask maturation would be my guess, or it's just sweet in general. Low ABV, easy to drink.
No, Cedar Ridge tastes way better than this. Oh my god. Sorry, I can't drink that again. I can't do it.
It's got that it's kind of like an apple juice aged in like a really spongy wood note.
Yeah, if you took fermented apple juice, and soaked peanut shells in it, there you go.
You're right. The apple is predominantly there, and usually when you get apple, usually that's a bourbon. Usually that's like Michter's or somebody.
This is American, but it's definitely a malt or a rye. That's where I'm leaning, is malted rye.
This reminds me of. Oh my god,
Dustin! I usually get that mint note, bro.
Malted rye is different, Mike.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of like not the Detman, like that Dietrich note, Jeff. Like it was that Kings County note, which I don't know if it's like the pot still or something like that, but it's a singular note that I get on this, that I get on Dietrich, and I get on Kings County. Yeah, I'm getting on this. This tastes familiar. The other A definitely didn't taste familiar. This does. Like I probably had something from this distillery for sure, or own something from here. But that is very, very familiar.
Oh man,
I don't mind that though, Kelsey.
What kind of a whiskey is that, Darrell?
if I was to guess, I would think it would be a bourbon. Like a funky one. I think the barrel kind of played into it. That gives you more of like that berry note. But I get berries and stuff on the Dietrichs and those Kings Counties, and typically they're unfinished. It's just some weird barrel influence that creates like that note. But this reminds me of that.
I mean, the color is dark enough to be bourbon. You're right, but it doesn't give me like virgin oak notes, unless it's like 2 years old.
It's got a lot of sweetness up front, though.
Oh, it's really sweet. That's why I'm thinking malt or malted.
Mm-hmm.
It's really reminding me of some of the 100% malted ryes I've had that I've only had samples of, never had a bottle of. So like, I really shouldn't be raising my hand when I know this one. But that's where it's leaning to me. But it's because I've had so little of those. It's like, it's not a confident thing. It's just that's the only sensory thing that's coming to mind.
I don't know that I've ever had that type of a barrel, to be honest with you, Sugar Kitty. I'm not sure.
The new Baumburger was actually the last couple of Baumburgers have been chicken pen barrels.
Yeah, that's right, Dustin. Yep.
Could that be a funky walleye?
Ooh, if it is.
Like I get that malty beer note towards the back of the palate on that. I don't know. It could be a rye. It could be like it brings me down that walleye. Ooh, slash.
I would tend to lean more towards the walleye than a malted. Yeah.
What's a walleye? I don't think I've had that.
Brewery out of Michigan that
New Holland
produces Dragon's Milk.
Okay, I've had.
They do. They're doing American single malt and malted ryes right now.
Mm-hmm. We got a pick coming in a few weeks here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, one thing I got to give this is one of the most intense, flavorful whiskeys. I think at this ABV I've had. This is probably around 50%, is my guess, maybe just over.
Oh, really?
It drinks hot for me. It drinks
I
like
guess if it's American, it would.
But do you get like the oiliness? Like I get like a punch on the front of the tongue, but I don't get the heat coming as you swallow.
Yeah, I don't really get the heat, but this drinks like a one.
Well, because it's incredibly intense flavor. Like
It is
a punchy whiskey. Which is why Kelsey, because he doesn't like it, really doesn't like it because it's so intense.
Man, it's kind of it grows on you the more you drink it, but man, those first couple of sips were very difficult.
Yeah, I put some water in. I've got a second glass here for watering them, and
I like that.
It really kind of.
I think it's a lower APV,
slightly chocolately.
I still say even if it is a bourbon, I would still think because what do we normally say, Dustin? If it's a bourbon, we want it to be at least 50%. If it's a Scotch, at least 48. Is that usually what we're at these days?
Cheers, Mike.
I tell you what, man. I still don't think this is high. I mean, I could be wrong. I still don't think it's higher ABV. I think if it's a bourbon, it's 50 or under, and I think if it's a Scotch, it's 46 or under. But I tend to lean more towards you. It's an American whiskey of some kind. You don't get that apple note in Scotches.
Yeah.
As it's opening up, it's starting to smell more bourbony. So now I'm starting to feel less confident.
Mike D, what's up, big guy?
You'll have to learn from this one too. I mean, I was trying to warn you guys backstage. The interaction between these, I don't know how this is going to go. So, coming off sample to sample here as I go.
Well, I mean, I'm nosing too. Like my nose should be pretty capable of switching, and it's smelling more bourbony. But my gut is it's either an American single malt or it's 100%.
I would lean more towards an American single malt that's finished. To be honest with you, I don't know what the finish would be, but it's either that or it's really interesting. Like I get dark notes on the malt flavor, like maybe a chocolate rye or chocolate malt or something. There's a different kind of a malt flavor on the finish of this than any other American single malts, but I would lean more towards the American single malt.
And it had to have been aged in a cooler climate here in the U.S.
Is this a Nancy Fraley product?
This isn't our yes/no game. I don't have to answer any of your questions.
Yeah, I mean, I would take you or Kelsey, you and Darrell, if you guys want to say American single malt, I'll go with it. My leaning is 100% malted rye, but I'm not strong there at all.
I think I would guess malted rye over single malt. But
yeah,
something tells me it's like a funky non-finished bourbon.
Wow.
I mean, I have to agree. At first, I kind of agreed with Dustin. It was some indistinct space side because of the sweetness. But yeah, I always have to say some type of American whiskey. The apple note in there, that's what it makes me think. But hey, man, actually, this one's got me stumped. I'm curious to see what it is.
That's an interesting thing, though, to learn off of that you associate apple only with the U.S. That's not something,
Well, it's not,
I've got the knowledge
it's
bank
not
of,
common.
but okay.
Well, like
All right.
I'm sure you've had a Michter's 10, right? What Michter's 10 don't you get apples and you know what I'm saying? It's and bourbons have caramel where scotches sometimes.
It depends on which Michter's you're talking about, because most of Michter's 10 are so varied, like even from year, like from batch to batch.
For sure.
They're so varied. It's crazy. Like for instance, 2 years ago was like the big, like amazing Michter single barrel that has been like the one single barrel that after for years and years and years prior were just kind of rare. But that has zero apple notes on it. That is all like caramel and oak and sweet. Way different.
That's a man who loves every version. I'm like that with Lagavulin 12. I'll pick out every distinct little thing. Forget that ass feed in it.
Back to the future. Let's go, Darrell. All right.
Yeah.
It's not that.
All right. So we doing what?
You got U.S. You guys are all on U.S. But what about
I
the
think
type?
I think U.S.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think
I
bourbon.
go with malted rye. I'm fine with that. I just think it leans more towards American single malt.
All right.
we can
We're gonna go
multi-
rye.
I was really hoping one of you guys that was more confident.
I think bourbon, but like it's tough. Like these are they're both a little weird. Not weird, but like it's tough to really kind of hone in. And I think he probably did that on purpose to make it a little bit more difficult.
Kind of. As I said,
we'll
I've
see-
never
we'll
gone
see
through
what
the flight
Steve
in
does.
this order
Yes.
either, so I don't know how these interact with each other. I'm learning as we go too.
Did you just pour apple juice in this sample here, Jeff?
Let's get into C here.
It's like bubblegum apple juice.
Whoa! We're on C.
We're just starting out.
Okay, we're skipping B.
No, we just did B.
It's just enough.
Oh, he was talking A that whole time.
Wait a second. I was going back and forth, but I didn't know which one you guys were ending up with here. Okay, so you guys were finishing up there.
So did you taste B yet?
Yeah, I had one sip of it, but again, I didn't know. I thought you guys were kind of going back, so you never gave what A was. So you were reviewing them all at the end.
We did Scotch, and
I'll reveal them all at the end. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is keep notes on your favorites too, because we'll want to hear the order from everybody and see how far apart everybody is, or if everyone's on the same page.
Can all
What
of them
now?
be in this place?
No, you have to pick a winner.
I hope they get better.
okay, C is like turning really dusty, funky, and like a very barnyard, like mildew barnyard kind of a thing going on here.
This
And I
tastes
don't mean that in a bad way, but
This tastes like one of those finished ryes. Reminds me, Darrell, of the Tectonic ryes that kind of have that funky nose, but definitely have like a finished vibe, and the color as well. I mean, that's super dark.
Jeff, what was the brand that had the Nocino stuff that we tasted?
Watershed.
Watershed.
Ooh,
This
Yeah.
one,
you found something you liked at Watershed?
the Nocino.
I like their latest batch of the uncut, but their Nocino finish, which was like finished in their walnut liqueur barrels, is crazy. Like,
It's like a mixer or a straight?
It's straight. It's a high proof.
it's yeah. It was a crazy sample though. Like, oh my gosh. I think Darrell and I recorded a video on it and just laughed the entire time because we didn't know what to do with it or how to process it.
It was so good though. Like I went into it thinking that I was gonna absolutely hate it, and I tasted it and I was
Definitely,
like, oh.
this is definitely a lot younger tasting to me.
This is
B?
American too.
Yeah,
We're talking about C, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
C. We're on C on this one, Mike.
B. Okay.
yeah, I get a lot of youth off of this, and I get a lot of craft notes on this. I definitely think this is an American. For
Yeah,
sure.
I think American all day.
Interesting. I do get craft. The oak note really gives me a craft note. That I really do associate. But the last one also gave me craft. The other one could have been older because it was maybe using refilled barrels. This is so spicy. Wow.
I think this is a finishing, Dustin.
That
I
oak
mean-
note is super like wood varnishy. Like
There's no way this cast would have lasted 5 or 6 years and not just be a pungent, polished
yeah, it's
armchair furniture
so
mess. This has to
strong.
be a finishing of some time. Would be my guess. What do you think? Again, bourbon, Dustin, was some type of finishing? Maybe rye. Wow.
I would lean toward either American or rye, or American single malt or rye again. I wouldn't be.
I don't think this is New Riff, Dustin, but remember the last New Riff single malt that we did? There is an underlying sweetness to that. Yeah, that just there's something reminiscent. There's something that there's some parallels here.
It has a similar oak note. You're right. That over this aged in a warmer climate. I think
Correct. You're correct. It's like that
warmer than
sweetness
Scotland.
that was
Let's put it that way. Maybe not, but it could be warmer than Kentucky too.
This has quite a bit of alcohol, ethanol notes on it.
Yeah.
As well on the nose.
I mean, it's there's some strong smells and tastes. It wouldn't shock me if this is cast strength or well over 50%.
Oh yeah, this is proofy.
We like proof.
This is definitely the first one that I'm like, yeah, this is pretty high ABV.
Oh, finally a drink.
At least this is at least 57.
I like it. It's weird, but I like it.
I didn't pull any punches now, as you guys can tell. You go through 3 of them.
This is not something I would pour for myself very often.
Mm-mm.
But it's definitely something that I appreciate, like getting a sample of. It's like, oh, this is fun.
The oak profile is what turns me off in this. It's very drying and bitter and wood varnishy for me. But the front part of the palate is really nice.
So water does help that a little bit.
Yeah.
It brings out a little bit more sweetness in the finish. It's still very like cinnamon, slightly, charred oak. I can't tell if this is like a proper finish, and what I mean by that is not double barreled. I know that's a finish, but
I would say this was a transfer to some degree on the end with a more aggressive cask.
I think it could have been double barreled or switched to like a charred barrel, but I don't think it's like a wine cask. I think this is the result of again, I'm thinking I'm leaning towards rye. But to Mike's point, I'm not getting mint and I'm not getting malted rye here, so it's
I usually get mint, man. I'm real sensitive to that note.
Yeah, which is making me think it's an American single malt, but it's kind of bourbony too. Like
I get more bourbon notes than rye notes on this because of if you get into the nose and the sweetness part of it of the nose, it leans more towards the bourbon notes of caramel and vanilla than rye notes to me.
I can go with you there.
Dustin, there was almost like one of the 4 gates you had with just like some type of extra finishing and something chalky wine, PX wine maybe or something like that. Or
maybe we did a rye with port that
maybe. I mean, it doesn't smell red like that.
I get a lot of red here actually.
I could be wrong.
What you think,
Sugar Kitty wants to know: clean or dirty vanilla?
I don't get a lot of vanilla on this one. I get a ton of caramel.
Shamefully dirty.
I get apple and caramel.
Ooh, I'll be on the bourbon kick again.
This is dirty, spicy caramel. I could see this being a craft bourbon for sure.
Hey, Jeff,
I think it's a craft bourbon. Definitely not Melick.
Yeah, I got the moderator.
Yeah. I'm trying to get under Top Shelf whiskey, but they're not blocking me. But it says something you couldn't post it for whatever reason. I'm gonna try to request it if any of them are out there, just so I can comment with the people.
Yeah, it's not letting you comment.
Yeah, well, I logged in under Top Shelf Whiskey just to be transparent. So maybe I messed something up with that. I'm not sure.
Should be fine. Yours on YouTube, right?
I'm on.
Or are you trying to do it through the StreamYard?
Yeah.
You got to do it through. You got to open up a new window with YouTube because the StreamYard only gives us the chat option for the admins.
I feel you. No problem at all, man. I got it. My bad.
No, I think American and bourbon is what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, I can go with that.
So you said bourbon and U.S. again?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can go with that. Yeah.
So far, that's been the best one, Jeff.
Agreed. I'll agree with that for sure.
I think I actually like number one best.
They've progressively gotten better.
I like my scotch.
I do like A on the nose a lot. I do like the first one on the nose a lot.
A's got a beautiful nose.
I like two the best, so we're all over the place. Darrell, where are you at on the first three?
Smells super youthful going back to the second one.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
I can barely smell. I can barely smell D. So
D.
Hey guys, as long as we're having a break here before we go into that, everybody, if you want to get in on super chats, Jeff is doing a bottle giveaway of the Silver Springs. Darrell is giving a bottle away of the Jimmy Russell's 70th anniversary Wild Turkey, and I'm doing a flight of cigar whiskeys, including two batches, earlier batches of Magnus Cigar Blend, and two other of my favorite cigar whiskeys. So let's get into D.
It'd be.
Yeah, I heard you said earlier you were a fan of cigar whiskeys. Did you try the Dustin? What was the batch 4 that I thought was very similar? What was the Joseph Magnus batch 4 that we're really impressed with last year?
Oh, the Murray Hill Crow? No, not Murray Hill.
Oh yeah, we had the Murray Hill Reserve.
Murray Hill. That's exactly right. The Murray Hill batch.
Murray Hill Special. Murray Hill Special. Yeah, that was really good.
Have you tried that?
I have not had a sample of it. I've heard wonderful things, but I haven't gotten it.
If you like cigar blend, man, I think you would very much enjoy that.
Yeah, that was really good. I've got 2 bottles, not that batch. I've got the second batch, and I've got whatever last year's was. They're good.
Tom Shanley in for 2. Good luck, Tom.
This
Cheers,
is an
buddy.
interesting nose.
Am I the only one struggling to get a lot off of this?
It's very, very light, nose and palate. Especially coming off of C, that's so high proof. C's probably like 120 to maybe 130. This just is like 90 proof or something like that. Like
this is just slightly toasted, like cereal grain almost, with like a little bit of butter, a little bit of honey, maybe.
Yeah,
like
cereal, like an Irish whiskey to me.
Ooh, John, cheers, buddy.
I'm proud.
Thank you so much.
Which again is kind of leaning me towards American single malts.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Coming off of C, this is very difficult to
taste
and smell.
Hey, this is young.
This is such a back step as far as like ABV and cask maturation.
I was drinking heat.
A little bit. Each sample you're going to have to get reacclimated to in a slow little process here. It's actually hard to arrange this one for a few different reasons, but we'll see.
It's never easy, man. It's never easy.
I took a sip of the last one by accident. Mixed my glasses up.
This cask is a 99.50, I believe, Wayne. So Wayne's asking, been looking for the Silver Springs for weeks. What cask number? So 9950 is this one.
Does that mean it's a single barrel? I just had that discussion.
Yes, they are single barrels, Terrell.
They are.
They are single barrels. Yeah.
Okay.
And just heads up, as of yesterday, 9950 is still on the shelf at Party Source.
It is, and I've only bought 18 so far, Dustin. So.
I heard you had 24.
At the rate things are going, we'll see. All right, Marina's in, and Todd is in too. Executive privilege. We'll see. We'll see if your name comes up and we get complaints. We'll see.
What's that Cincinnati distillery, Jeff?
Cincinnati distillery, like the
they do an
Cincinnati
American
brand?
single malt. Yeah, they do American single malt.
I mean, it's just Cincinnati Distilling Company. Is that what you're alluding to?
I thought it was somebody else, but okay. I'm trying to think what the label's called on it, but this kind of reminds me a little bit of that, which is just a very underproved, young single malt that could kind of fit in with anybody.
I don't know, man. This does not give me American vibes. This gives me more.
That's why I mentioned the Cincinnati one, because
it's almost like if you took a butter, like one of those buttered cookies that has that vibe, but it doesn't have the pot still vibe that an Irish has. So that's what's throwing me off. Because it's very, very, very light. It's very delicate. It's very hard to pin down.
It actually reminds me of like a cream sherry.
Oh, that's a good call out. It also reminds me of
122.
those soft chews that were like butterscotch and then cream on the inside.
Yep.
Candy wise, that's what it reminds me of.
No, it's like it's got a little bit of butterscotch, but also it's got a little bit of chocolate on the finish with a hint of like a red twinge of something, a drying fruit. And that kind of is where I'm kind of getting that sherry cream thing.
I like the mouthfeel on this though. It's very velvety.
Yeah,
it's
almost
a little drying on the finish.
Yeah, I can see that.
You
I
almost
don't know
get a little-
I don't know if
sponge
that's
cake with
C
cream.
influencing it though, because C to me was very drying.
C is incredibly.
I'm wondering if that's tainting D a little bit.
Mike, what are you getting?
I mean, I like your cream notes. Like, yeah, I mean, my first kind of thought was like, obviously it's light, it's delicate. I agree with all those things. I was thinking in my head, I'm thinking like Glenmorangie. I'm thinking almost. I mean, it sounds dumb, but like Twinkie. You know what I mean? Like just like twinge of sponge cake with a little bit of cream inside. But they made they made Twinkies with strawberries in the sponge cake, right?
Ooh,
And
that's
it's
a
little, it's a little twinge sponge cake. I mean, again, this is something I would think is pretty low ABV, 43, 40. It comes off super palatable, super silky. I mean, I drink that feels like something that I would never drink just because I like aggressive whiskey so much. But it is a beautiful, subtle experience. But again, I'm getting a lot of light things. Sponge cake, that's light. That's not that's not devil's food. A little bit of whipped banana, maybe some creme brulee.
The Twinkie call out was spot on, dude.
Yeah, with we break it open in the middle, got some cream right there. You get the good middle bite. There's a couple ways you can do a Twinkie. All one, half.
That sponge cake thing is definitely coming back to what I was kind of getting to. You're right.
Over in Japan,
so let's lock down a country and a type on this one, guys.
Jesus.
This one's the hardest one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's so delicate. I know I don't think I've had this, and if I had, it's not something I've had a lot for sure. I think it's.
I would lean Irish.
There's no pot still metallic to it though.
There's a little Irish as well.
Metallic.
You know what it reminds me of, Dustin? A Canongate. And for you guys that maybe if you don't know, like Canongate ages their stuff over in Scotland, but it's like bourbon. So like I always say, Dustin's like Spy vs. Spy. Like it gives you a very vanilla and white wafer version of what normally are kind of darker flavors. It comes off sort of like that.
I can see a little bit of that, but this is Canongate's castering. So
I would lean more towards Irish because of the proof and the notes of it. Even though it doesn't give me the pot still, it could be triple distilled and just not have a lot of that tinge to it.
That's where I'm leaning is Irish. Mike, what do you think? I think we've already got a quorum, but still want to hear your thoughts.
I don't like Irish, man. I don't really like American though. I don't like picking any rye in it. I don't think it's a bourbon. It's almost like
if it's not Irish, I think it's Scotch.
It's almost like an indistinct Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie's fruitier though.
I agree, Dustin. It's something.
I'm
guessing, bro. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
We're all guessing shit. None of us know besides this guy over here.
Mike B saying Hibiki, and it's not floral.
No, Hibiki has more of that Scotch barley note versus this right here. This is more sweet and subtle, and
I'm getting a very subtle hint of pot still on the finish now that I'm leaning into that. That metallic note we were talking, that might be pot still.
It's Tamdu 15, Dustin.
All right, Kenneth.
It's Tamdu.
Cheers, buddy. You're in.
I'm done reviewing whiskey if it's Tamdu 15.
Let's just do Irish and go with it. Irish.
Yeah.
I still say undistinct space side.
Space side.
Undistinct 40%.
Mike's putting in his vote to say we're wrong, in case we're wrong.
So Irish. So
I think we got 3 people saying Irish. So Irish Ireland.
it's building on that one. All right. Let's get into the last one here. Let's see if I
took a sip of this one, so I think you guys are gonna like that.
I can tell you first off, I like E.
set you up well.
Mm-hmm.
I like E, and it's just on the nose. This is a nice whiskey.
E and C.
E is a nice whiskey. It reminds me a little bit of A, actually.
And then think about your ranking as we go too. So once
This
we
tastes way
get
more
it
like
recorded.
Scotch to me than the last one.
Yeah, this is Scotch.
Japanese.
I think Japanese. What?
Remember those Mash and Journey picks they did?
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
as soon as you swallow, man, that
Hey,
dark bitter
Kano's
oak.
or what was it?
Yeah. This
Was it
is
Kano?
like,
Was that the brand?
Street Fighter.
The Street Fighter. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Ryu and Ken.
Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of that, which
What,
came
the
off a
Kyle?
bit like a light whiskey with like Mizunara cask, like oak.
All right. Wayne is in for the color tonight. Cheers, buddy.
I like this one quite a bit too.
Yeah, I agree with
Whiskey
you.
BS,
That's a
man. We
good
love
call
the
out.
Can Do 15
That's a
as
really
well.
good
It's a
call
good
out,
one, man. Our buddy just went crazy on it one time.
Can do 15. Is that Scotch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good Scotch.
It's a really solid, heavily sherried Scotch that we
Yeah,
joke
we're
about
also
because Mike gave a really high score because he got a bottle given to him by one of our friends to review.
One time I was influenced. There's one review that I gave a higher score than I should have one time. I still hate myself for it. Still hate myself for it.
And it comes up all the time with Mike and I. So
Yeah, it's just a joke.
All right, we got 4 minutes left until we need to turn off super chats. So if you want to get on the super chats, we got a Silver Springs bottle of sweet rye whiskey. We've got Wild Turkey 70th, and we've got Joseph Magnus, 2 different batches, and a couple other cigar whiskeys that I'm going to put in for you. So
Yeah, I think that's the type of cash strength Scotch.
I could see this being a light whiskey that finished in a heavy oak barrel, like an oak finishing.
I get too much malt.
I agree. It's way too much malt to be a light whiskey.
There's a lot of,
Like,
as soon as you swallow too, there's a lot of attack on the tongue from the
There's
oak.
so much oak on the finish. Like this is the oakiest
Right.
whiskey here.
Right. As soon as you swallow, there's a ton of oak tannins right there.
Like again, that's
Right
what's
on
reminding me of that Japanese whiskey from Mash and Journey because it's just so much oak on that finish, and it's there's not a lot of malt
whiskey.
there.
A Japanese whiskey wouldn't be so.
I'll bring you the whiskey, Mike.
So heavy-handed in the oak presence.
This is a single barrel, Mike. This is a single barrel.
Maybe
A cast strength single barrel.
Yeah, that was produced for the American market.
That's completely off profile for the Japanese.
Yes, it is.
So we doing Scotch in Scotland, or what are we doing?
I think this one's my favorite though.
You know what? I think my actual favorite is D. So my order would be D, E, C, A, and B is definitely last.
Interesting, Kelsey. All right. So I'm going to write that down real quick, Kelsey. So D. You said D?
D is in Delta.
All right.
E as in Echo. C as in Charlie. A is in Alpha. B is in Bravo.
All right. So you guys got a consensus on type and country?
I think
Thank you so much, Maureen.
my guess would be Scotch. I could see the Japanese as well, but whenever I think like super malt, like I'm in between Ireland and Scotland, not so much the Japanese side because I haven't had enough of them. But I would guess Scotch, but it could be Japanese.
What about that Kentucky oak redbreast, Darrell?
No, that doesn't. This drink's way higher proof than that. I think that
I
was
agree.
a 90.
No, but I'm just saying
Here's Maureen.
comparable.
Oh, I got on.
Or like Dare Gaelic. Again, I don't think it's Dare Gaelic, but in that realm.
And going back to go back to D. This is like burnt butterscotch. It's freaking delicious on the nose.
Yeah, Dustin, I agree. I think this may be Irish whiskey. E.
For Echo, for E.
Maybe. I agree. It's either Scotch or Irish whiskey.
That's so good.
It feels like something that got refinished in a virgin oak cask, and they don't really do that in Scotland.
No, not Nika. Sugar Kitty.
All right. Let's lock it down, guys.
Definitely not Nika. There'd be peat on it.
All right, I'm gonna. You know what? There's no peat in that, Dustin. There's something familiar about that. I'm gonna say it's Irish whiskey.
Irish on E.
I am confident that it's. I don't know. I'm not confident, but I would lean heavily. It's not Scotch. I would say it's either Irish, or it's some American or Japanese where it's been finished in an oak, and I don't have a clue what it is.
I think a couple of these have been like finishings tonight. That would be my guess.
This has been refinished in a virgin oak, heavy oak cask of some sort. My palate's completely shocked because this is
Redbreast 12-year cash run.
This has been a ride. This has been a ride.
There's not sherry on here, is there?
Redbreast 12-year.
I'll give you my top 5 too.
I don't think the 12-year cash is sherry.
Redbreast 12-year has sherry.
I'm ready for it.
Had sherry. All Redbreast.
Ready for me?
Ready for it.
You ready?
Yep.
You ready for me, Jeff? All right. So, number 1, E. Number 2, C. Number 3, D. Number 4, A. Number 5, B.
Man, what did I do to B? All right. Interesting.
And tell you what, 4 and 5 could have been interchangeable. They're both dead to me. Wherever you tell me they are.
Man, all right. Whew, this was interesting, Copper Wolf. I can't wait for the reveal. They are all bourbon.
It's gonna be Lagavulin in 21.
If they're all bourbon, I'm going to be shocked.
Wait,
Dustin, you're supposed to be the bourbon expert around here.
Whatever D is, I want to bottle up because that's freaking
These guys.
we'll talk because I actually owe you more of this bottle here. E, type and country. What was the commitment?
I know that they're not on Scotch, but that's all Scotch to me. There's too much malt in it not to be Scotch.
I'm good with Scotch or Irish. It made me think.
One Redbreast.
Yeah.
That is.
Dustin got most of those Dare Gaelics. There is a twinge of that oak note that is recognizable in there. I mean, I don't think it's a Dare Gaelic, but there is.
No, it's not refined enough to be a Dare Gaelic. It's not old.
Not overall, but there is a twinge of that oak note that's right there, man. It's right there.
It could be the 12, man.
John Cloud said, I took all of the earnings and bought himself a Redbreast 27. Just to give it to you.
I'm leaning toward Irish. So I think that's 3 of us Irish if you're there, Dwell.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Ritter, does anyone even do the Auchentoshes? I've had a couple Auchentoshes. It's only 4 at the bar. You know what? If it's Auchentoshan, you got me on that. But I don't think it is because I've had a few nights.
Right,
So,
first before the reveal.
It could be an Auchentoshan.
I'll do the super chats first, and then I still need Darrell and Dustin's order. So, guys, think about that.
Oh,
but I'll do the super chat. So thank you so much for everybody.
Have the virgin
and then while I am doing the super chats, you can re-explore all the samples. I got a bonus question for all of you. 3 of these are sherry finished.
I knew a bunch were finished. I knew it.
3 of these are.
It's not C.
Yeah,
think about that as we go here.
That's C, E, and possibly A.
You think C, Sherry?
I think C, E, A were all finishings. Yeah, that would be my guess. Maybe B. But B just if B did a finishing, they did everything terrible.
B just make sure I got the last couple in here.
Year old whiskey now.
Whoever B is, I'm never speaking their name again.
Interesting. You know, B's actually my favorite or second favorite of this.
That's not surprising to me because it's gross.
I remember my first whiskey.
Marty, party. and Lance. Both of are in. Marty
okay.
in for 2, Lance for 4.
Wait, hey, Jeff, are they all the same kind of sherry, or are we talking different sherries?
Different sherries. That's an important point there, but they all 3 of them are actually different sherries.
Bunch of Glendronach, Dustin.
Shoot! Oh crap. Okay.
Oh, is that the missing piece?
Palo Cortado. C's Palo Cortado. Like, take it. See what you think.
Palo Cortado.
I never had that. I don't think. Is that a sherry?
To me,
Yeah.
Dustin ain't. To me, Dustin, it isn't dirty enough, but maybe.
Try the tip on the taste. The palate nose, I didn't get it. But taste, it could be.
Ooh, okay, Lance. I got Lance in here.
The sherries for me come across as A, D, and E. A Delta Echo.
Do you guys? Did you guys
thinking-
ever drink the powdered strawberry Quit?
Oh, yeah.
Up?
I love when that note comes up.
Take C and smell that, and tell me it doesn't smell like the powder part of the strawberry.
This is premium. This is like a luxury version. Okay.
Look, I agree. There's a strawberry.
Crazy.
Didn't I say? Yeah, I agree. There's a strawberry twinge to that too.
All right, Mike.
Give
I
it
need
to
to
me.
know how many times to randomize this wheel. Give me a number.
4. It's the best number ever.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And away we go. We'll go around the screen, starting with the Silver Springs, then to the cigar blend pack, and then to the Russell 70th. So, first up, Silver Springs Sweet Rye, 122 proof. Let's go.
Man.
Good luck, fella. You guys, me and Dustin give away
Good luck,
samples.
everybody.
You guys give away bottles, man. That's legit right there.
Oh, whatever. Oh,
Wolf.
Woo!
Woo, we barely
All
got it.
right,
I was on the edge.
Ryan. I can't wait to hear your
Oh, you got the
hear your
silver
feedback
spring?
on this one, buddy.
Yeah, I think Ryan's gonna love that bottle, man.
I think so too.
I think everybody's gonna love that damn
All right.
Whole bottle.
Justin said it had a special nose.
I like the nose, dude. I don't know if that his special was a bad special or not, but I dig it. I dig it.
I got Dustin to use the word special in a text message. I'm good.
The nose is special on that one, man.
All right. Kelsey's cigar batch sample pack. Good luck, everybody. Oh, all right. Mark B. Cheers, Mark B.
No.
He's been waiting for that one for a while.
I like that wheel, man. That's nice. You got to work on that, Dustin.
My Excel randomizer is just as cool.
Dustin putting up XLS spreadsheets and randomizers.
All right, last one for the Russells, the Wild Turkey 70th.
70th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, 70th anniversary edition of Wild Turkey.
No.
All right, good luck, everyone. Woo!
Big money.
Hot dog!
There you go, buddy.
Dog.
Nice.
No, he loves some turkey.
Congratulations, John.
There you go.
Thank you so much to everybody for contributing here tonight, and thank you so much to the panel for putting up with my BS here, because I know I didn't make this easy.
Every time I turn it.
Off the bat, you got 60% of this right.
Hold on, let me fix my camera.
That's not bad.
What did
Now-
Dustin do wrong?
Dustin, I need your ranking before I do the reveal.
It's in the
And
chat.
Darrell. Oh, you got it in the chat?
Yeah, that's the order.
I think I
So
flipped.
A is first or last?
First.
Okay.
Wow.
I wondered on that one. I was most
A is
interested to give this
first?
one to
Oh,
you,
my goodness.
Dustin. I've never shared this one with anybody, so a lot of
We
these
have-
I've not shared. All
Get
right.
Dustin to
And
find
then
the
Darrell.
private chat.
I can flip flop between C and E, I think, for my first, but I think just a punch of E kind of outwins it. So I go C, E, D, B, A.
Wow.
No, sorry, no, B's not.
Whoa,
These
say that
last.
again.
AB.
Uh,
AB is what you
Charlie, Echo, Delta, Alpha, Bravo.
Oh, yeah.
B-
For the
Charlie,
chat.
Charlie, Echo, Delta, Alpha Bravo.
Yeah.
For the chat, I did ACEDB, just for the people, since you can't read the private chat I sent Jeff.
All right.
Oh, you didn't.
So we'll reveal these in order of favorites to least favorites here. So the least favorite, I maybe did this one a disservice.
Oh, Jeff, do you want us to give our answer on the Sherry thing?
Yes. Which one do you think are Sherry before I get into this?
Yeah. So I'm going with same with Darrell. A, D, and E. I was debating C, but I've ruled it out.
Okay.
Yeah, ADE is what I thought.
I think
Yeah.
it's ACE. I do think it's ACE.
Okay.
Kelsey?
I'm gonna go with Mike on that.
All right.
All
So
right.
let's do it.
Center and tackle.
So everybody's got 2 right.
2 right. A and E.
It was
are
B. It was that
definitely-
filthy animal in B. Ah,
That's
I told you if it's B,
So-
B got me.
Man, I think maybe B just needs to be appreciated on its own because I'm really into B. Now, Dustin, you called this. You called the state. And you asked what distillery was in Iowa.
Oh, okay. Cedar Ridge.
Cedar Ridge. This is the quintessential picked by Jason and Scott. And this
That's-
one is sherry finish.
Oh, I'm so glad I did not get that.
Interesting.
Oh,
121.5
this is-
proof.
And this is B, yes?
B,
Yep, this
yeah.
is B. Yep.
Yeah,
A
B
lot
is
of people
definitely-
said that was.
You guessed rye in US. You got the US part right.
You know, the thing is, I can totally see why they would
What was
pick
the ABV? What was the ABV?
121.
121.5.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that Cedar Ridge. I was between Cedar Ridge and that old Patrono or something like that, or Patreo out of California. Those were like the 2 that kind of came to mind.
Man, that one's right up my alley too. I was thinking about getting a backup of that one when Jason dropped the link of the backup bottles that got exposed. So
Ew, yeah.
Good
Interesting
news, it should be on the
reasons.
shelves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. Nothing here was terrible by any stretch here, but that's my least
The
favorite.
nose just comes across super youthful.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the nose. I'm with you there, but again, that
I
Cedar
can-
Ridge is generally young smelling. It's very like woody.
Yeah.
It's Cedar Ridge. But like I said, it's got that.
What's next, Jeffrey?
what now?
What's
What's
next? What's the next bottle?
What's next? So next we're gonna go with A, Dustin's
Yep.
favorite, but everybody else had this one second to last. This one I was excited to share with you too, Dustin, because I've not shared this one with Kelsey and Darrell, I don't think. But this one is Japanese and 100% rice.
So what did we guess?
You guessed Scotch.
This one we
Scotch
thought was
and
like
UK.
12-year Scotch, and then we went back to like some type of American. Yeah, we danced around on this.
What is
Yeah.
that though? What's the brand?
It's one of the most eclectic bottles I have on my shelf. I was in a store in Chicago, chatting up the owner for quite a bit and worked up a rapport. And then amongst all the things that he could recommend me after a half hour of chatting, it was this one. So I was
Was it
like, you know
Benny's?
what? I'm here. Let's do it.
I like
So
it.
it's
Was it
called
Benny's?
Women Who Whiskey. And there's a whole bottle here. I can send you guys the box has so much writing on it, but it's 100% rice. Half of it's malted, half of it's not.
And what do you say the ABV on that was again?
Oh, you guys were dead in on it. 84.4.
So
42.
yeah,
Oh,
42
thank you,
was
Mark B.
light.
Yeah,
So
I like that
did you get
profile
that
a lot,
Benny's?
even though it's low proof.
Did you
But
get
that
that
explains why I was drinking hot to me, like biting. I was thinking my palate was still off, but it's because it's rice and it's a little.
It's rice. Yep.
That
Rice
makes
is
sense.
tough, man.
Well,
I had to
again,
start things off with the rice whiskey, right, Kelsey?
Exactly.
I knew my palate was a little off when we started, so I was like, it's still hitting so sharp, and I'm like, maybe it's just I'm still off. That makes sense now. That nose though,
So
smells
that's-
straight up Scotch.
Next up is going to be D. So
My favorite.
Kelsey's favorite, but everybody else had it kind of third and fourth. So this is one I was excited to share with you. I recorded a video for this. We're a few weeks out from it. And during the video, whenever this review drops, you'll see the exact moment that I come up with the idea for this flight, by the way. Because I'm like, oh, I should do this because it's going to be so confusing. So this is an Irish whiskey, so that part's true. It's 2 stacks, but it's a double-barreled single grain. So the mash bill on this is predominantly corn, essentially.
We say
Maize, I think is what they call it.
Really
Maize is the
I like
term.
that bottle a lot, Jeffrey.
That should be an inexpensive bottle, shouldn't it?
I think it's like $35, $40.
You find another
Todd-
one.
Todd Ritter sent me this, so Darrell and Kelsey, I owe you more of this. But I wanted to give it to you blind to see your reaction. But man, I was really positive on it. So we'll drop that video here in a few weeks.
Man, that's really good. I like that one a lot. And the
Well,
more
I
it
think-
heated up, it got that like almost burnt burnt butterscotch, and I love that.
I was gonna say there's a little bit of burnt buttered toast on it right now.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Irish whiskeys will surprise you sometimes.
So you guys got that one 100%. You
Yeah,
said
Jeff,
Irish on that one.
Yeah, Jeff, one more time. What was the ABV on that one?
43.
So this one, I did drop it back down. This one was 86.
Okay.
43. Okay. Yep.
All right. So now we'll
Still get that
get
20.
into C. So C's next up. Really, C and E were really close in the rankings here. So with C,
American.
it's actually really funny because you guys in the
Old
notes, I
line?
had to actually take a notes of this one. Yeah, you guys saw that.
Is it Old Line? I seen the E.
Yeah, it's old by. So you guys talked about the climate, and then Mike and Dustin went on a little bit of a tangent talking about where this was distilled. And they're like, is it New Riff? No, it could be a little warmer. Well, they get their stuff from Columbus because this is Middle West is where they source from. So I thought that whole conversation was very interesting. Now, nothing on this mentions being rebarreled or anything. It says barrel is just a virgin white oak. So
And
This
it
one's
says
not
single barrel on the
finished.
bottle, right? If it says single
Yep.
barrel on the bottle, Dustin, that just means one barrel, one type of barrel. That's it, right?
If you read barrel, you can still call it a single barrel. I think if it's in one
yeah,
barrel.
you can still call it a single barrel off that
Okay.
second barrel, but on the back it's very transparent with like all these stats. So
Nice. What's the age on it?
so the age on this one was 8 years.
Okay, so it's
and-
older than I was thinking, which makes sense that it's a little further north. Because I was thinking it was like 4 to 6.
Yeah. But I thought that was so interesting when you guys had that climate conversation. I was like, oh yeah, you're definitely right. It's a
That
little
makes a big
north of
difference,
New
man.
Riff.
Big
Little
difference.
north of New Riff.
Well, it was like
So you guys guessed-
Scotch. It's like
You guessed bourbon on this one too.
Did we go bourbon
I
on
get-
this one?
Yeah, I always get
E?
chocolate syrup is always what I get on this
I
one.
shouldn't have bit back down for Darrell.
I
Like,
thought
it
I
still
thought
doesn't really
E.
come across as a single malt, though.
I agree.
It tastes like single malt to me, but I was like, you know what? You've had more craft bourbon than I have, so I'm not going to argue.
Definitely came across crafty.
And I did get news from Vic that the old line that we picked, finished in Madeira, has been barreled or bottled. So we'll keep everyone posted on dates and everything.
I
But
hope you
coming
got one
soon.
that came off less fruity on the malt initially, because you don't need more fruits added to this thing. I'm sure you got a great barrel, but I'm just saying this is super fruity.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
The winner of today's flight, which is
Okay.
E. Now, this one is the only one of the flight that Darrell's definitely had. Kelsey, I believe you actually have this bottle as well. But we are still in Irish, so you were 100% correct on this one with your type and guesses.
Clonakilty.
Yeah, okay.
Clonakilty
Which
finished
one
in.
is that?
This is
Irene's.
Irene's. Yep.
Yeah.
And what was the finishing?
Sherry.
Sherry.
PX, you say PLX or Rosa?
Is it a refill?
This one,
sherry?
this one doesn't. This one just tells me sherry. So
It doesn't say refill or anything like that.
doesn't say refill. Just says original cask was,
I mean, based on color,
bourbon.
it's gotta be. I mean,
and then the finishing
So-
is sherry.
And did I see
No other
57%?
details there.
I'll tell you what. Going back
And
and
then-
nosing it now,
This one's
57
57.
too?
Yep. Yep.
nosing it now, there's no question this is Irish. I don't know why I was even debating it.
Hey, Drew, we both came to the conclusion that was Irish.
Yeah. I thought like 12-year cash strength maybe. Then
but it was a struggle to get
that's why it was our favorite one for sure.
But it was a struggle to get the definitive Irish. Now, like I'm smelling, I'm like, how was I ever?
Do you know why? Because it was that finishing in sherry, dude. That finishing in sherry, I bet you, Dustin, it was either PX or Oloroso. I mean, the Scotch industry beats those two things over the head. There was something very Scotch-esque-ish. And that rough spirit, there was a lot of Scotch tells there, Dustin. But again, at the end of the day, there was something Irish about it.
All right, so the first one
about it, you knew it was spelled with an E.
So the first one I was just dead wrong on, but I was never going to guess Japanese rice whiskey. So
yeah,
but that was never going to happen.
It's like throwing.
What's the I should have been like, what's the primary grain and what's the secondary grain?
Yeah.
I asked one question: are they all whiskeys? I should have said. They all contain either corn or malt.
All right. The second one was one of those where I was between American single malt and that malted rye. It's just because there's been a couple of malted rye 100% that really are like this.
So what do you guys think of the format? So we've never tried anything like this, but just telling you country and type opens up the whole world, right? Mm-hmm. Like, where do you start? Where do you go? What did you guys think of it in the end?
It's fun.
So yeah, it's fun. The thing is, we always do anything blind. This is something I always told Dustin. You go about the process backwards. You know what I mean? A lot of times, like you're reviewing about a whiskey, you know what to expect. So say you're doing a certain bourbon or a certain Isle of Scotch, like everyone knows it's peated whiskey. I don't want to talk about that. We talk about what's different, why this is different from other versions, that sort of thing. To where when you're doing something like this, you got to start at the basics. Like, wait a second. Okay, it's sweet. It's not peated. You know what I mean? Does it smell young? Does it smell old?
Process of elimination, almost, right?
Correct. Like you start right back at the beginning, so you don't miss anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we always do it, and we like to do stuff that's blind too. My wife was helpful. She would set up the drinks for Dustin and I ahead of time.
His wife is not.
One time she tried to set it up, and I was like, "All right, give me like a key, like how are you going to keep track of it?" She's like, "Keep track of it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, we got some work to do on this." All right, so, but yeah,
his wife doesn't like getting directions.
Great co-pilot. Great co-pilot.
You could be like Dana and just put them in the order that she poured them. Like we did, like Kelvin 1 through 6 or something like that. And she put them
alphabetical.
Wow. 6.
Hey, but you didn't know.
We didn't know.
We didn't know. Yeah.
I got to say,
stickers on bottles, they didn't correspond to anything. No worries.
Going back and finishing B off. Now that I'm knowing it's sherried and like kind of adjusting like the palate, I really enjoyed it.
The palate's good. The nose is not good.
The nose is still like, yeah, you're right. But
gosh, these guys are killing me.
But I actually, my enjoyment of this one just skyrocketed. I actually really like it a lot more.
The palate's good. The nose just isn't for sure.
The nose isn't good, but I'll say this about the nose: it tries. You know what I mean? That's what I always like about it. It's always like my cask strength whiskey is a fail safe. Maybe you can find a water where it's more palatable to you, but at the very least, it's giving you all you got as far as flavor. I mean, maybe it doesn't pull it off great, but at least it's swinging hard.
Yeah, one thing I noticed with this particular format, though, maybe it's just me, but I feel like you're looking for the worst part of the whiskey when you're trying to figure out style and country in this way, because you're looking for that grain note at the finish, which, by the way, the entire point of aging and cask finishing is to kind of no longer exude those grain notes. And now you're just searching for what essentially the distillery is sort of trying to move over here. Not important anymore, guys. No. We want you to enjoy all the other good stuff that's happened from all this age. And we're trying to go back to the original, just new make.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff.
I agree with you. That's a good statement. I agree with that.
It's something like I actually noticed as soon as I went back through these, as like now I'm knowing what they are and just trying to enjoy them. I'm like, I'm no longer looking for that, focusing on that one note at the end, because I know that note's going to tell me Irish, rye, American single malt. That's what I'm looking for. And it's like,
that's why I said, Dustin. I mean, man, when you do it this way, you got to do it the exact opposite way. You got to do the exact reverse. You got to take a wide brush to this thing. You know what we should do next time? You know what we should do next time is I'll send you guys I'll send everyone just scotches, so we know, like, we narrow it down, right? But I'll send you something from a different region or something like that. You know what I mean?
That is
As
not
long as
going
it's unpeated with this crew here.
I know. I heard you said, yeah, I got plenty of unpeated.
Mike does not have a lot of unpeated whiskey. I don't know what he's talking about.
30 bottles unpeated. It's not a lot comparatively. You're absolutely right. I got one.
700 unpeated.
Mike could literally buy a house with his peated whiskey collection.
Just Isla whiskeys. Island Springbank.
Well,
It's an acquired taste.
Let's wrap this up here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Be sure to subscribe to Top Shelf Whiskey if you aren't already subscribed. They are exploring some of the most amazing Scotch, Irish, sometimes bourbon, sometimes rye. But so fun to wake up in the morning and find a video that they dropped. And then Kelsey, Darrell, Mike, Dustin, anything else to say?
Thank you for being together, man. It was fun.
Yeah, that's really a great time. I appreciate you guys having me on. I definitely want to do it again. Repay the favor. Dustin and I will send you guys something. We'll go back at it.
And you know what? As we always say, man, happy drinking.
Yeah, have a drink and have a good time.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Head over to Jason's. If you aren't there already, tell them we sent you, and we'll catch you on the next Whiskey Wednesday. Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers.